Apologize in advance. The light is gonna be all over the place. Got started later in the day than I would have liked, but anywho, just cool of witchcraft and wizardry. Really, SHEGLAM? SHEGLAM. This is really hard to do with glasses and you're half blind. For real. I've got a glass of wine. It's that time of day. Everybody, CR Media Gal here, also known as Andrea. Welcome back to my channel. I just did a whole makeup look from SHEGLAM, and I wanted to share that with you guys on this channel today and take you through the process because it was an adventure. Before we hop in, I want to let you guys know that I am by no means a beauty guru. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not heavily knowledgeable about skincare. This is just your average girl playing around with some makeup from a brand she's never tried before. I'm also a Harry Potter fan, so I had to test out some of these products, okay? Look at that, that is so freaking cute. This Harry Potter makeup collection box has been all over TikTok. It's been like assaulting my eyes for weeks. So I finally caved. But while I was on the SHEGLAM website, I bought a whole number of other products to test out from them. I don't mix up my makeup too much. I kind of like just stick with what I know. So this is gonna be very, very interesting. If you're new here, I've done a number of first impression videos in the past on my channel from different brands. Because I paid for this all with my own money, you're gonna get an honest review from me. So if that appeals to you, be sure to stick around, subscribe, thumbs up. I'd love to have you here. If you want to see how I got this makeup look using majority of the products from SHEGLAM for the first time, then carry on watching. Now, let me make sure that I read this all correctly. This trunk is the 2.0 version. Apparently there was an original version that I missed out on. I never saw it, but this has been popping up all over TikTok for me. It's the full collection set, although there is one item that you do have to buy separately, and I will get to that. But it includes the Monster Book of Monsters palette. Just says palette, but technically it's supposed to be an eyeshadow palette. The Houses of Hogwarts glitter liner. Happy Birthday Harry blush, which I'm so excited to see that. That looks really cute. The Golden Snitch highlighter. Really looking forward to seeing in person. And then the Quidditch Champion lip set. Everything came very well packaged, I'm happy to say, so nothing appears at the off to be damaged. Let's dig into this. I'm so excited. Okay, so let's start off with the Hogwarts trunk box that this all comes in. It's quite heavy. How freaking cool is that? Got the beautiful Hogwarts crust here and some really nice gold foiling. Although I did notice something upon opening it up. Do you see that? Cool of witchcraft and wizardry. How do you screw that up? I'm hoping that that's just an error with my box in particular and not like a massive production problem. That makes me a little bit nervous. I hope that's not a sign of things to come. It also comes with this adorable suitcase ID card. I mean, I wish this little part here, it might be difficult to see, but it does say SHEGLAM on there. I kind of wish they would have gone without that. This does snap, so you could potentially just take that off and use something else to tie this around your luggage. This at full price is $67. I feel at the off that you seem to get a lot of items at that price, but we'll see how they actually turn out. It is magnetic. Wait, that's so cool. Look at that. It's to all be made really well. So like, do you just open this then? Oh, okay. Okay, I'm like freaking out. This is so cool. All right, so right here we have the Monster Book of Monsters with SHEGLAM there, embroidered on the bottom, and then the Golden Snitch. So let's open the eyeshadow palette first. So here is the Monster Book of Monsters. Even has the little tongue and teeth. I think what I like about a lot of these items from what I saw on the website is that they seem to be reusable. You're a Harry Potter collector. I'm not much of a collector anymore. I used to be. I would totally just use up this eye palette and then display this on my shelves somewhere as just, you know, a collector display piece. I feel like there's versatility there to use them for other things. These type of warm shades really speak to me. These are the kind of colors that I use regularly for myself. So if these are the kind of colors you don't normally go for, it's not like you have multiple options to choose from as far as eyeshadow shades. 4 shimmers, 5 mattes. These two are kind of like right in the middle. Like I feel like this could even be a highlighter if you would prefer to use something like that instead. Have really fun names. Hippogriff, Limax, Sphinx, Phoenix, Acromantia, Troll, Niffler, Mooncalf, Centaur, Jabbernoll, Demiguise, and Grindylow. And they also have some embossings on them. Mooncalf has Harry Potter's scar and glasses. Grindylow has the Hogwarts castle. So nice touches. I'm gonna swatch a couple of these once I dig into this palette and use it. And then here we have the highlighter, which is in the form of a golden snitch. This could totally be a display piece once you used it up. The wings are like a rubbery, like silicone material, as is the rest of it. Twist that off. Now, it may be difficult to see, but there is an embossed snitch. Go ahead and swatch this. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, wow. That's very pigmented. I will totally use that highlighter. That's beautiful. That could even be a pretty shade to use on your eyes as well. I'm not familiar with this company, so far I'm very impressed. All right, there should be more in this box, so let's move on. Ooh. Okay, wow. So these are the final items in the box. Oh no. Ah!
That's not cool.
Is one of the items I was looking forward to most. It's the Harry Potter cake. This silicone part on the front was totally falling off. I just pushed it back into place, so hopefully it stays. Kind of cheapens things. Everything from this company seems to be, the price seems to be a little too good, but that is the blush. It's very pink, which worries me a little bit. I haven't really experimented with a blush this light and pink, but we'll see. Let's swatch it. Oh, wow. Yep. That is like bubblegum pink. Might be a little too pinky for me, but listen, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna try this stuff out. Very satisfying. Wish mine wasn't falling apart. I seem to have saved it somehow. Then we've got 4 eyeliners. They're all in the different Hogwarts houses. And I gotta be honest, these are probably the only things I will likely not use much at all. Not one day to day for sure to use glitter eyeliner, but I'm gonna show them to you anyway. So this is the Slytherin. The bottle itself is very pretty. Kind of resembles a potion. The only other idea I just had that you might be able to get away with using for these, putting these on your nails. I did have to swatch twice to get a decent amount out of it, so that's not too encouraging. But that's Slytherin. Let's do a Ravenclaw next. Okay, that's very pretty. That's a very pretty blue. I was able to get more out of one swatch with that, but like not much. Honestly, if I would use any of them, it would probably be Hufflepuff on my eyes. Yeah, that's very pretty. It's kind of difficult to see in this lighting, but hopefully you can get a good idea of that. And then lastly, we've got Gryffindor. Gryffindor, for me anyway, swatching it, seems to give the least amount of product. Gryffindor is a bit of a mess. Probably goes Hufflepuff, then Ravenclaw, Slytherin, then Gryffindor as far as like product quality in my opinion. So those are the 4 house glitter eyeliners. And then last in the box is this Quidditch little trunk too that matches trunk. It says SHEGLAM there on the bottom. It's like a little trunk. It's got a little tab here to open it up. Very, very cute. Quaffle and the bludger and the keeper, I think. It's been a while since I've read the books. Got all 4 houses there at the top. These are lip products, which really fascinates me that they're shaped like this. Okay, so this says chaser. It's supposed to roll it off and use that somehow directly on your lips. I don't see how you could do that without making a complete mess, but then again, I'm not a beauty guru. Maybe only noobs like myself have that problem. I don't know. I guess you could use a brush, but like, It just seems like a lot of extra work. It's in very small print, but this one is Beater. Ooh, that's a very pretty color. I feel like this is just gonna smudge all over your lips. Lastly, we have Keeper Nudie Brown color. It looks kind of similar to Chaser, but Chaser is a little more pink. Let me wipe off my hand here, and then let's get started on putting some kind of a look together with these Harry Potter products. And I also have several other SHEGLAM products that I bought that I also want to test out. So yeah, let's get started. I didn't buy any kind of a foundation from SHEGLAM. Not only am I not much of a experimenter when it comes to makeup, but the last couple of years I've had like some really bad hormonal acne. And I finally got it under control about a year ago with my dermatologist. So I've just kind of stuck with certain products that aren't gonna mess with my skin. So
This is a big risk.
I have two primers here. I have some, they're called blush balls. I'm very curious about these, especially because I feel like this is gonna be way too pink for me. And then I have a liquid waterproof eyeliner in brown. I've been wanting to add a brown eyeliner. Sometimes black nowadays for me, because I am getting older, can be a little too stark. And then one of the products, even more so than this whole Harry Potter collection, that I really want to test out is one of their liquid bronzers. Bearing in mind, I'm not a beauty guru, but I normally use a powder bronzer. I've never used a liquid bronzer, so I'm half terrified. All of the packaging is very nice. It doesn't feel cheap, with the exception of this. Now, normally my go-to primer, even though it's technically not a primer, is the Tower 28 Save Our Skin Serum. Actually getting quite low on it. I've been using this combo with my foundation well over a year, and it hasn't disappointed me yet. I have Kathleen Lights to thank for this. She's probably the only beauty guru on the internet that I trust. But I'm going to venture out of my comfort zone, and I'm gonna try some different primers from SHEGLAM. That is pretty. So this is the Melon Melt Niacinamide Serum Primer. And then the second primer I have is the Good Grip Hydrating Primer. Comes in a nice bottle. One of these was like $8 and the other was like $6. For primers, my Tower 28 primer was a lot more expensive than that. And even then, I bought it new on Poshmark. All of the pricing for SHEGLAM's products is very affordable. And the reason I've ended up with two of these primers, I'm not gonna name names, I don't follow them, but I happened to see their video testing these out, and they used both. And I just couldn't decide. I couldn't decide which one to go with. So I'm gonna test out both two, and we'll see how my foundation lays on top of it. Let's start off with the Melon primer. I'm not really sure how much to use either, so. Ooh, that absolutely smells like lemon. Oh wow, that is nice. Honestly, am I a little bit nervous to have a product on my face, that primer that's fragmented? I don't know how I feel about that, but I mean, it does feel nice. Next, I'm gonna do the Good Grip primer. Help my foundation to stick as well as my Tower 28, that would be great. Okay, this is fragmented as well. I've always tried to avoid buying scented skincare products. You're more likely to have the breakouts if you have sensitive skin. So, oh God, I hope these don't mess with my skin. I will say though, they smell nice. The Good Grip is nice and sticky. Now the foundation I use is, like I said, not SHEGLAM. I use the Bounce Skin Tint from Beauty Blender. I love this. I don't really do a full face of makeup anymore. I rarely even use foundation. I need a mirror, hang on. I really should go in with a concealer, considering I'm just gonna be wiping all of this off as soon as I'm done with this video. I might just skip that. It isn't bad. Is it as good as my Tower 28? I mean, that's debatable. Primers did a pretty good job, especially that Good Grip. So not bad. I might not even bother to do my eyebrows today either. Would anybody care about that? I'm going to not do my eyes next. I am going to go in with this bronzer. I got mine in the shade Caramel Sunbeam Matte Liquid Bronzer. The packaging, I have to say, is beautiful. Very interesting applicator. I'd rather do this when I don't have too much already on my face. Oh, that was a big. Okay, and they're not even. Let's blend. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Wait. This isn't even like a little bit of a deeper shade than I would normally go for bronzer, but that is quite beautiful. Wow, I am super impressed with that. Can you see that? Okay, let's contour the rest of my face. Wow, that blends beautifully. Now, I know I look a little bit crazy right now. I will totally keep this in my rotation. This is wonderful. I would probably like to get this in another shade. It's buildable, it's nice. Let's try out a couple shades in this Monster Book of Monsters palette. I think I'm just going to go with some shades that I normally would use day to day. A lot of this Limax color as a base. I think that's how I'll start out. Or maybe, you know, maybe we'll switch it up and do Troll as a base, and then I'll add in some Mooncalf and maybe a shimmer. And we'll see how that looks. This is Troll. That is quite pigmented. Does that mean that every shade in this palette is the same? Probably not, but that's a beautiful base color. Blend that out. Then I'm going to go in next with Mooncalf. Put that in my outer corners. Oh, wow. I usually wouldn't go in that hard, but I wasn't expecting it to be that pigmented. Picking that up and out to open the eye up more. Look at me talking like I'm some kind of beauty guru. I'm not. I'm just trying to half explain what the hell I do. I think I'm going to use the Acromantia shade on my eye, and I think I'm just going to use my finger to do this. Pretty buildable. I will say I did feel like I had to use a lot of product on that shimmer just to get it to like kind of stick. But that's what we're looking like so far. I'm going to fix this a little bit. Okay, I feel very naked without doing my eyebrows, so I might end up doing them anyway. But moving on, we're gonna test out this Line and Define Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner in brown. So there's the packaging. It's a nice, fine tip. I treat my eyeliner like sisters, not twins. Oh, pause, please. Let me just do this off camera. That went on so easily. I usually use a NYX eyeliner. I like this one better. It just is a lot more precise. If you're somebody who struggles with eyeliner, and if you are thinking about getting anything from this video, this will save you so much time. Comes in black too. I think it comes in like a matte black as well. I'm gonna have to get this one in black too. I'm really impressed with that. So far from using these different products, I feel like if you're very new to makeup, you're not very experimental, like I'm not very experimental myself. A lot of the SHEGLAM products, they're very buildable and easy to use. I feel like they're very forgivable. All right, I'm gonna do the blush next. I'm just gonna use a little bit of this because I also have two other blushes here that I really am curious to try out. These are the Lunar Orbit blush balls. I got this one in Adorn, which this color is very close to the powder blush that I regularly use, the shade that I've been using forever. It's quite similar. Then I also got this shade, which I think I'm gonna try out. Ultra Violet. So like the lip products in the Harry Potter collection, this is what the blushes look like. And you're supposed to just roll it on. I'm a little bit terrified of that too, but it's kind of fun. And then it just closes magnetically. So maybe I'll do one side with this and do the other side with this, even though they're not gonna match at all. I want to at least try and see how they look. I don't have my normal blush brush for this, so bear with me. I don't want to get up again because Mila, my dog, is just gonna get up too, and I want her to just relax while I'm doing this. So I'm just gonna take a small brush and make this difficult for myself. Now, it could just be because I'm using a small ass brush, but everything else seems to be very buildable. You can just use a little of it if this shade intimidates you like me. It's quite pretty. I just think like for all the products you get in the Harry Potter collection, I feel like they should have gone with a more wearable blush shade instead of going with like bubblegum pink. Maybe going something a little bit deeper that appeals to more skin tones. It scared me at first, but honestly, having built it up a little bit on my cheek, it's okay. It's wearable. Is it a shade I'll go for regularly? No. I gotta try this out. There we go. Let's blend, 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 and pray. It's also not ideal to be using an eyebrow brush for your cheeks either. You can obviously see a difference. I mean, clearly this is a lot more of like a warm toned shade. This is a much cooler shade. And also this doesn't build as quickly as this one does. Oh, I love that. We're testing as many of these products out as we can. So I'm gonna leave that for now. Maybe at the end, I will make these blushes even because I know that's gonna drive a lot of people nuts, including myself. But moving on, let's do these lip products. I'm gonna try I think this is Chaser. I'm gonna try the pink shade. And I'm definitely gonna need my mirror to test this out because again, these are the ones that you're supposed to just roll. Okay, it's a pretty shade. Does come out a lot more brown toned than pinkish. Like it doesn't look anything like the packaging. So that is kind of deceiving, I feel like. I've wondered, let's swatch these other ones. The brown color. This would not be for me personally. This is Keeper. Okay, that has almost like a warm reddish undertone. Interesting. I would probably wear that more than this, even though like based on the packaging, I would have chosen this one, the other one, because it's more pink. This is actually more warm tone and it's not brown. It's like a dark pink. See, that's very deceiving. I don't like that so much. Also, the applicator is weird. It's difficult to be very precise without like screwing it up. And then this last one is Beater. In person, looks like a really pretty, like purpley color. See, again, but then when it swatches, look at that, like a raspberry color. That is so interesting. I don't like that the packaging colors are so different to how they actually transfer onto your lips. I like this color. It would not be a day-to-day color for me because it is more on the cooler brownish tone. It might not look like that on camera, but in person, it definitely is. It does dry very matte. It doesn't feel too dry, I will say. Like it feels very comfortable on my lips. So I might even take this off and put this one, whatever that is again. I might put that shade on instead. Now to fully complete this look, I will do my eyebrows quick, do my mascara and fix my face a little bit and I will come back to you. I'm back. So, this is the completed look. What do we think? Overall, very, very impressed by SHEGLAM. Is everything a success? No, but I felt like majority of the products were very wearable, very blendable and easy to build with. I feel like SHEGLAM is a great introduction to makeup. Also, on the other hand, for people that want to be more experimental with their makeup, with their everyday makeup, they have a lot of really just interesting products, roll ball blushers and roll ball lip products. Like it is a lot of fun. And also some of the day-to-day makeup primers were excellent. Both primers were awesome. This is the easiest eyeliner look I've ever done. You can definitely see the appeal of them. I don't know a lot of the background on SHEGLAM, so I'm gonna have to do some more research. Because when I first heard of them, honestly, I thought that they were a byproduct of Shein. From my understanding, they are not the same company, but Shein does sell SHEGLAM on their website. It makes me a little bit leery, not gonna lie. But like I said, it's all very, very affordable makeup. It's at like a drugstore price, but a lot of the quality seems to be better than drugstore. I'm definitely gonna have a second look on their website in the future. Like I mentioned earlier, the Harry Potter collection itself is like $67. You do get a lot of product for that price, to be fair. However, I did feel like about half of it is not very usable, but that's for me personally. I don't use glitter eyeliner. Even if you're somebody who does, really the only ones that swatched decently for me was Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff. The other two I feel like are just kind of a hot mess. I feel like that's like a wasted product and a waste of your money. I feel like the lip product is weird. I don't quite understand the appeal of it. The applicator, I don't get that. I don't understand that. I do know that SHEGLAM sells like regular lipsticks you can buy, so I will probably have a second look at their website sometime soon and check those out. Day to day, I don't think I'm gonna use these very much. I don't really trust putting my lipstick on that way, but also they don't look like the packaging. They transfer onto your lips very, very differently. I feel like that was a fail. I have to experiment more with the eyeshadow palette. These shades are right up my alley, so I know personally I can get a lot of use out of these. So from the ones that I did experiment with, I felt like they were very blendable and easy to build and play with. Just realizing I didn't try the highlighter. We gotta try the Snitch highlighter. Nearly forgot. Let's test this out too. I'm just going to use my fingers because this was very, very pigmented. That's very pretty. Another success, I do like that. The blush, the front of mine was already half off when I opened it, so not very encouraging, but even more than that, the actual hue of pink, as I've mentioned a million times already, I just feel like for majority of customers, that's not the most wearable. Having said that, I was pleasantly surprised when I put it on. I think it's very pretty, but again, I feel like this too will only show up maybe with certain skin tones. So that's kind of like a 50-50. Only product that this Harry Potter box does not include is a makeup bag that is themed around honeydukes. I didn't buy that because I already have a number of makeup bags, so I just forwent that one. But I do find it odd that that's the only product that you can't get with the rest of the collection. Just FYI, that is also available and I will link to it down below for you. I did love these primers. I'm glad I did it in the order that I did. I feel like this is almost more like just to hydrate your skin than really a primer, and then using this as your actual primer. Not necessarily dupe for my Tower 28, but once I finish this, I'll feel totally comfortable rolling right into using this. And this was a fraction of the price of what I usually pay for a primer. I loved the bronzer. This is gonna be my new way of applying bronzer.
I'm a dinosaur.
I cannot believe it took me this long to try a liquid bronzer, but I'm converted. I will, of course, leave all the details down in the description box for you if you're interested in going and shopping any of these products or just having a gander on their website, taking a look for yourself. So yeah, if you enjoyed this little non-beauty guru, just your average everyday girl trying these products from SHEGLAM for the first time, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe below. I would love to have you here. I do all sorts of content on my channel, doing a lot of first impressions from different brands. So yeah, I would love to have you here. Hope you're all doing well wherever you are, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye. I have no room for any of this stuff. That was Mila. She's bored already. You bored already? Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Can I get it? Oh my God. I'm gonna pop off a nail before this video is over. That or I'm gonna knock over my wine. It's gonna be one of the two. I'm getting old, guys. I'm getting old, and